Good evening, this is Dan. I'm up here on your roof. I just want to take a short video, let you see what I'm looking at. This is your ridge cap. This is called ridge cap. You can obviously see that it's ripped here, and if you kind of go up and around, you can see, and the reason that happens is the granules from the shingles get depleted. The sun bakes out the asphalt, they get hard, they get brittle, and then basically they tear, which is what happened on your ridge cap. And now that I'm up here, you can see that this roof is, approaching the end, if not at the end of its useful life. Again, here's a rip of the ridge cap. That's not uncommon when the roofs get this old, just because the shingle was bent in the first place. But over here again, you can see the black, and that is just basically the granules have been washed away, and that causes the shingle to be more exposed to the sun. Over time it gets hot, and then it dries out and gets brittle and ripped. The reason, if you can see this color change right here, these shingles look a little better, is because there's actually zinc in the metal here, and when it rains it washes down and it helps kills the algae that is growing. And that right there is the line of demarcation, and that is from the zinc that's in the paint, gets washed down, and it kind of prohibits the algae from growing. The shingles nowadays, they actually come with some zinc in them, and the Owens Corning shingles that we have a 12-year algae warranty, so that if you were to see algae in the first 12 years, Owens Corning would replace the shingles. And that's what's going on over there at the edge. That's algae as well. But again, down here, you can see on these two shingles in particular, almost all the granules have been depleted, washed away. And what happens is those shingles get very brittle, and you can see that the end of it just breaks off. I don't want to mess around with it anymore. But again, you can see here the shingles are starting to just basically deteriorate. You can see some of the fiberglass that's woven into the actual shingle that's starting to be exposed, and again, very brittle. I don't want to rip any existing shingles, but you can see all throughout here that you have granule depletion, and that just happens. I mean, it's nothing you can do about it. No matter what shingles you buy, after 20 years they are going to the granules are going to come off of them. That's just the way it is. What I want to show you as well is down here at the eave where the drip metal is, there's a lot of nails underneath those shingles. And I don't know if you can tell on this video or not, but if you look down there, you'll see that first row, you'll see where it kind of dips in, and that is a sign of rotten wood. We see that a lot. That's because all the water's coming off the roof. There's a bunch of nails underneath there, and over time, moisture and just the water sitting there at the end and rolling back up the drip edge, it kind of it rots basically the edge of the plywood. What we would do, we have to go up 2 feet, but we wouldn't replace a whole sheet of plywood unless we had to, but we'd go up about 2 feet, which is code, cut it out, and then replace it with new wood. We charge $3 a square foot for wood replacement, but that is, I can see that on a lot of the perimeter of the roof. There's no way to really tell until we actually get the shingles off, but that is something that more than likely is going to happen. There'll be some wood replacement once the shingles come off, whether it's us or anybody else. Just make sure that they charge you by what they replace, not just a whole sheet of plywood. Like I said, we only charge for wood that we replace. $3 a square foot. We take pictures of everything. Anyway, that's about it. It does look good from the road, but once you get up here and you start looking at it in more detail and get a little closer, you can see that the roof has pretty much reached its maximum age. Again, what we have here is we have algae on this side, and again down here you can see again the zinc coming off the off-ridge vent as well as these other vents. It helps prohibit algae growth. And again, the new shingles of today, they actually have some zinc built into them, and that helps prevent the algae growth. And again, they come with a warranty. Again, you can see over here, your shingles are basically at the end. They get real brittle. The sun's burning them out. Wind, rain, it just kind of starts eating away at the edge of the shingle. So you can definitely see that that's the case here, and that's all the black spots that you see. And that is because the granules have been depleted. And again, that's just, you got 20 years out of this roof. That's a good amount of time to get out of your roof. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll be showing to you this inside, and thanks again for having us out here. Bye-bye.